making pan-fried dumplings and garlic chili oil noodles. So we're gonna start with the pan-fried dumplings since they take a little bit longer. I've got 1 pound of ground pork in my bowl. To that, I'm gonna add 3 minced scallions. Okay. And we're also going to add about a tablespoon of ginger. Usually we would do fresh ginger, but today we're just going to do minced ginger. You can smell it, that is potent. And then we're gonna do about a tablespoon of garlic. You need to get this meat seasoned. About a teaspoon of salt. And about a half a teaspoon of pepper. And then last but not least, just a dash of sesame oil. If you know sesame oil, you know sesame oil absolutely is amazing. And also it's quite potent, so a little bit does go a very long way. Okay, I'm just gonna mix all of this together. Want to make sure to incorporate every bit of this beet or this pork so that I can make sure that the ginger is throughout, the garlic is throughout, and the rest of the seasonings as well. We just kind of want it to come together, make like a sticky consistency. Okay. All right, so this is what you're looking for in consistency, just sticky. I've got wontons over here, just wonton wrappers, just sitting on a lined baking sheet because I want them to come to room temperature so that they're easier to work with. We're going to get a little bit of water so that we can seal these, and I'm going to fill each one of them with a tablespoon of mixture. You don't want any more than that because a little goes a very long way. Okay. A little bit of forewarning. My light is going out, so just we're working with it. Bear with me. Okay, so we have our wonton wrappers here. A big mess here. Just move some things around so that we can see what we're doing. All right. Okay, so these are the wonton wrappers. Typically, you would like to. Typically, you could use you'd use round wonton wrappers, but if you cannot find them, that's okay. The square ones will work just fine. You're just going to fold them a bit differently. I have a hard time finding the round ones where I live, so we're just going to go with it. Okay, so all you want is about a tablespoon of mixture in each, on each wonton. And you guys, make sure you do not pre-cook your mixture, your meat mixture, because you're gonna just cook it in oil. Speaking of oil, let me turn this on. I've got 2 tablespoons of canola oil in a non-stick skillet. It's a 12-inch non-stick skillet because we are going to cook them in that. And so I just want to get that oil nice and hot. And just try not to go too far over a tablespoon. I know, I always say like the more the merrier, but I also want these to close. So today we'll just be working with a tablespoon. All right. So I've got one batch almost done. Basically, you're going to probably have to do this in batches. These are the wontons with the filling. And guys, Connor just woke up, so I'm on my own for the time being. Okay, so first you want to decide how you want to wrap these wontons. Because they're not round, which makes it a lot easier, you could go to the side, or you could just go right over like this, like that. Okay, and I'm gonna do it that way because I can pinch it a little bit easier. And you guys be very careful because these are extremely delicate. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of water. That was a whole lot of little bit of water. Put my sides together and just kind of scrunch them up as best I can. And make sure to seal the sides. You guys will just roll them over. And I'm really hoping you guys can see. If Joe was here, it'd be a lot easier to show you what I'm doing. So I apologize for that. And for the camera getting all lame on me. It doesn't want to work. Well, it's not the camera, sorry, it's the light. The ring light is going out already. I just got that thing. Joked that I got it 5 minutes ago. Joe said, Okay. So I've got, you're going to have to strategically place your innards, your filling. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish these up, and then we will move on to getting them in the pan. Okay, I have just gotten all of the wonton wrappers filled and sealed as best I can. And so now we're just going to put it in the oil. Okay. You just want to drop them one by one. We're going to try to fit as many in here as we can without overcrowding. All right, and we're just going to let these cook for just a few minutes until they are brown on each side. Or well, we're really going to go looking for the bottom. So this is starting, and that will become dark golden brown. I guess not dark, but that'll become golden brown here soon, and then we can get ready to steam them the rest of the way. Okay, while this cooks, I'm going to make a dipping sauce for the pot stickers. So to start, we're going to put a little bit of soy sauce. I'm going to just take this cap right off here because... And you can add some scallions if you want. I've used about 1/4 cup of soy sauce. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of rice wine vinegar. And then, last but not least, just a pinch of sesame oil. Again, this is some crazy stuff. So you don't need a whole lot, you just need a little bit. And mix it together. I want a little bit more sesame oil in here. Just a little bit. I love sesame oil. It's become one of my favorite oils. And while it's one of those things that is pretty strong and it kind of overpowers the dish, I still love it. And you just have to remember to use a little bit. There we go. Okay, so it's tempered a little bit. It's not as tangy as it was a second ago. It's just simple. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. You got your dipping sauce there. Okay, so these are still going. We are going to give this just a few more minutes. This one's almost done. You can't see from there. That's okay. All right. So I've got to be mindful of my time. Just kind of checking here and there. All right. Yeah, I just need to be mindful of my time because these are going to get about ready to be turned. In the meantime, we're going to turn our attention to garlic chili oil noodles. You heard right, garlic chili oil noodles. They're so good, so flavorful, spicy, delicious, and so easy. 10 minutes from start to finish. All you need to do is heat about 6 quarts of water on the stove top. You want to look for these. These are guan noodles. And I just picked them up at my local Asian food store. You guys can use udon noodles or whatever kind of noodles that you want to use. We're going to use these today. So the first things first, we have to get these noodles boiled. They don't take long, just a few minutes. It's not as starchy as pasta, so they don't take as long to cook. So we're going to allow this to come to a boil, and then I'm going to add the noodles. Until the noodles are done, we really don't have anything else to do. This is what's amazing about this dish, is it's just dish. Cook the noodles until they're done. You put the ingredients in, put the vegetable oil on, and it's done. That's how quick this goes. So you have to be on it. So we'll just check these for now while that oil is coming to, or the water is coming to a boil. I'm not gonna lie, my wonton wrappers are kind of coming loose at the top. I'm not really happy about that. I guess we'll go with it, but thankfully I'm not serving the public, I'm just serving my family. Otherwise I'd be like, scrap them. Okay, you guys. Now when we put this filling in, we put this filling in when it was raw. The reason for that is because this oil cooks all of the filling. And so you don't want to have a pre-cooked filling because it will just make it dry and overcooked. This will cook it properly, and then that way it's moist and delicious. And just perfect. Now once they've reached the desired level of golden brown on the bottom, you're just going to turn it on its side to continue to cook. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that now on some of these just because I feel like it's at that point. If I leave them on any longer, they may overcook and burn on the bottom, and we don't want that. That one can go a couple more minutes. Okay, my water's at a rolling boil, and I am going to go ahead and add the noodles. You don't need to break them apart. They will come apart on their own. Just put them in, kind of like ramen. Now I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit. And you guys, these are extremely delicate noodles, so please take care to be kind to them, gentle, so that they don't break, because they will break. All right, we're just going to let these cook for just a few minutes, and then we will drain them and get our bowl of garlic chili oil noodles together. Okay, it's time to drain the noodles. They've only been cooking for 3 minutes, and that's all the cook time they need. If you want them to be cooled down, you want cool noodles, you just rinse them in the oil. Or, excuse me. If you want them to be cooled down and use cold noodles, just run them under water. Okay, before we put our noodles together, we are ready to put the water into our pot stickers. So I'm just going to do 2 tablespoons of water. And we're going to cover them to steam. Now, onto the noodles. Okay. First, you're going to put your noodles in your bowl, like so. Going to put about a half of a teaspoon of Chinese black vinegar. 1.5 teaspoons of light soy sauce. Half teaspoon of dark soy sauce. And we are going to mix this up. Then you want to place your chili flakes, garlic, about 1.5 garlic cloves here, about a tablespoon of chili flakes here. Then we're going to add the white parts of 1 scallion. All right, and now comes the fun part. Take 2 tablespoons of canola oil or vegetable oil, and you want to heat it to the smoking point, the point where it is so hot, because this is the fun part. You're going to take your oil right over, you might want to zoom on in here. You're going to take that hot oil and watch what happens. That hot oil just cooked the chili noodles, cooked the garlic. It's catching me in the back of that throat, and just made a beautiful noodle. That is chili garlic oil noodles made in 10 minutes. Now that you saw how amazing that is, we're going to garnish our noodles with a little bit of sesame seeds. Feel free to toast them first if you'd like. And some additional scallions. And there you have it. Chili garlic oil noodles. And The crunch of the sesame seeds really added a lot to this dish. Added a texture that it definitely needs. This chili garlic oil, I have to tell you guys, primo. You've got to try this at home. 10 minutes, it's that simple. Chili garlic oil noodles. Our pot stickers are done. We just spent a couple of minutes under the steam. Spent some time frying up. Some of them broke. Happens. I'm not happy about it, but it happens. They look really good despite their imperfections, but you know what? It's gonna be all right. You see this golden brown at the bottom? That's what we're looking for, and that's what we got. So, perfect or not, they're done. They're for dinner. I'm excited. Joe's excited. Connor gets to try them for the first time. But most importantly, that inside filling is cooked all the way through and ready to be eaten. I think this one is probably my favorite. See the beautiful color and the beautiful color there, and then I just poked a hole in it so it's no longer perfect. You see that hole? I just did that. But that is a beautiful piece of work. You guys, I'm very excited to be sharing these recipes with you because it's just fun for me to have you guys here and showing you some of our favorite recipes that we make. And well, I make, he eats, you know how it goes. Honestly, I don't want him in my kitchen cooking, but this one's pretty too. Oh look guys, I haven't poked a hole in that one yet. Oh, found the hole. That's okay, it happens. These dishes are so simple. And while the pot stickers are a little bit finicky and they can either work or not work, depending on a lot of different things. First of all, I was using the wrong kind of tongs. My tongs did not have silicone on them, and it was tearing into the wonton wrappers, which are extremely delicate. Secondly, I did not have round wonton wrappers, so the square ones had to do, and it was a little bit difficult to maneuver because they often are. So while that is the case, I'm excited that I get to eat pot stickers. I don't always get to eat pot stickers because I don't make them very often. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Today I said we're having chili garlic oil noodles, we're having pot stickers right alongside it. I feel like pot stickers to me are kind of like egg rolls, in which that is like the perfect side for an Asian meal. Now, we've got these are hot. We've got our dipping sauce. We've got our pot sticker. Let's try it out and see how we did. Despite the flaws, do they taste good? Because ultimately, that's what's important. I'd say we did awesome. That is the filling. Completely cooked. We got the pork, the sesame oil, the scallion. This is good. That dipping sauce is pretty awesome too. Come on over for dinner. We got enough. We won't eat all these pot stickers tonight. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. Or me. I had a little studio audience here for a minute. Connor. He's gone to play. He said, Mom, it's only fun for a minute for me. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Hit like, hit subscribe, so that way you know when all of my latest videos come out. And you can also follow me on Pinterest and Instagram. I am at Rachel's_kitchen_table. And I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Thank you so much, you guys. Happy eating. Bye.